it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I have another plan with me for the week of, this is Labor Day and this is Patriot Day. So like the 5th through the 11th. Today is the evening of the 11th. I did not get to plan this week really at all because this being Labor Day, I guess we'll call him my boyfriend again, David, the chef. I often just refer to him as chef. He was over the weekend, and so my whole weekend was kind of just spent with him. And then this week was like my second week of work, so kind of picked up a little bit, and then I was just sort of busy. And then he was over again this weekend, so I just like didn't get to planning at all. I'm just behind, so I need to catch up on this week, and then this is going to be the coming week, so I need to plan that as well. That kit is going to be so cute. I'm going to use this Peach and Palm apple kit, and it actually like cooled down over this weekend. It rained, let's see, today's Sunday, so it rained yesterday, and it was like a high of 52 degrees. And now today, like the high was like 70, and it's supposed to be like 70s and 80s as high as all of this coming week. And I'm like, thank you. Finally, it's no longer highs of like 95 every day. Finally. Oh my gosh. Finally. I am not like a summer baby. I like it a little bit, especially if I don't have to like be out in it, or like if I'm gonna go be on the lake or something. Even then, really like 75 is like my perfect high. Beyond that, I don't like it. I don't like being sweaty. That's really what it comes down to. Anyways, this is my kit for this week that I'm planning for, because again, I'm kind of behind a week. This is from Miss and Meow. I bought this last year, I believe. It's called Bloom, and it kind of has these like autumny colors a little bit. It says everything blooms in its own time. It's like says hello on this little paper with this typewriter. I was gonna say keyboard, but that's a typewriter. And then there's this outfit, the floral with like this lace, and then the floral up here, this little wheelbarrow with the florals in it, the mailbox, this like wooden crate, I guess. Basket doesn't really be the right word. I guess it's a crate with the hearts, and then there's like a bee with the little trail. I love that. I wonder if I should get my bee stuff out. I'll have to look at the rest of the kit. And then the girl with the braid and like the bow in her hair is foiled, and then it says this week important and next week at the bottom, and if you can see the foiling on here. And then we have our date covers, the weekend banner, the checklists, and then icons. I don't know if I'll use the checklist this week. There's always so much cute stuff in these kits, and for like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I sort of just worked, and I didn't really write down a lot of other stuff because it was kind of a blur. So I might skip those and just sort of save them for another time, because I like those kind of sorbet colors. The headers, and then it says work, school, and meals. And then we have those little circle things. I've already put a Labor Day sticker in. I didn't have any Patriot Day. All of my holiday stickers, even like my extended packs, none of them said Patriot Day. So I don't know. I might just write it in on one of them. We've got labels, quarter boxes, half boxes. And then I don't know if this came with the kit or if I picked it up separately, but it's like a little deco sheet. I love the little picket fence deco, so cute. Sidebar mostly stuff, and then like these little shapes, and then the picket fence bottom washi, which is adorable. Normally her bottom washi is like a really big floral pattern, but the picket fence is so cute. I adore it. So yeah, I'm going to do mostly probably a voiceover, because again, this week has already passed, so I know everything that already happened this week. I've already whited everything out for date covers and whatnot, so I can just sort of go. And because of that, like I said, I'm probably just going to do mostly a voiceover. I might talk again like live, not that it's live, but you know what I mean, like while I'm recording and filming, like I'm doing now, like while I'm putting stuff down at the end. But Otherwise I think I'll do a voiceover and speed it up a little bit just to make it not quite such a long video, because it takes me a lot longer when I'm like thinking through everything that's happened and figuring out like the stickers, because I'm usually digging into my collection a lot more when stuff has already happened and I don't have the stickers pulled. If I have the stickers pulled, that's a different story. But oh my gosh, my planner is so fat. Like the curve of the planner is like not allowing me to put the washi down straight. It's ridiculous. Anyways. Okay. So yeah, let's just get going. Okay, you guys, so I'm just gonna kind of do my normal planning style here, I guess, putting washi in full boxes and bougie and all the normal stuff that you guys see me do. So I'm not really gonna explain too much about the stickers, but I will tell you guys a bit about my job, since I didn't really talk about it last week in my plan with me, since I was telling you guys about David's hospital visits and all that nonsense. But let's see, it is September 17th right now, so we're another week out, and you guys, I love my job like so much. I love my job. I love my life. I am so incredibly happy. I'm beyond thrilled that I have made this career change. I'm so excited. Every day is like new and different, and I don't even know what I'm going to be doing or what I get to learn or who I get to talk to. I hardly even like know my job at all, but it's very exciting, and it's a little intimidating, like not really knowing what I'm going to be doing on a daily basis, because in teaching, like I had to pre-plan that, right? Like every day I had to figure out what I was going to do, and sometimes I like have no idea what I'm going to do when I come into work, but it's pretty low key at the moment. I know I had one of my coworkers check in on me recently because I had asked him a bunch of stuff to like help me with and train me on and stuff, and he was like, how are you doing otherwise? And I'm like, good. Like, it's really weird not having, you know, all this stuff thrown at me and like being expected to do all this stuff on my own and like not having any materials or training or anything. And he's like, you know, that's a good thing. We don't want you stressed. And I was like, huh, fascinating. I'm like, I'm not used to this life. I'm not used to having to go home at a normal time. I'm not used to not having work at home. I'm not used to not being stressed out. I'm not used to getting sleep every night. And he's like, we want to keep it that way. And I was like, this is all new to me. And he's like, yeah, that's weird. But yeah, so if you don't know, my title is project admin. I came from 13 years of teaching, and I didn't actually know I was going to be a project admin when I started this job. My official title on my hiring paperwork says administrative assistant, and I was originally looking for executive assistant positions. So it's been a journey, and I did not look for this position at all. After all of the positions that I applied for and was looking for, I got recruited for this position. But I'm a project admin, and it's in the broadest stroke terms, a construction company, and well, construction and engineering and technology, because I can't really like give more defined features than that. So the project admin part of it is working with a lot of like submittals and transmittals. If you don't know what that is, it's how contractors and engineers and things speak with each other and about what the project terms are. And then there's RFIs, which are requests for information, and other people kind of handle the RFIs. I'm going to have to keep track of them somewhat, but I'm going to be mostly working with submittals and making sure that, you know, they're in the right steps of the process and they're going to be coming through me, and I'm going to be the main document person for that, with the comings and goings of submittals, and making sure that they're on track, and then also working with our scheduler to make sure that things are on track. And most of that is in the court of one of our contractors at the moment, or subcontractors. I still have to like get a better handle on who everybody is, but eventually more of the stuff will be in our court, and that will be more on me, and I'll be our main document person. But then I'm also in charge of our document control with all of the like internal files that we have like on our teams and on our internal server and people's home computers, not like their home, like on their local desktop, and stuff like that. Like, where are people keeping files, and how are they being organized, and where are they being managed, and what are they called, and where are they going, and all of that kind of stuff. That's one of the main jobs I've been in charge of, trying to clean that up. And then I'm also doing some of the like office manager type tasks. So I check supplies, and eventually all ordering is going to be through me. I learned ordering recently, which was really fun. So trying to order everything for the office. And we're kind of like redoing the office. So I've gotten to design our office and like figuring out where to put a coffee bar and kind of redesigning office spaces and things like that. So ordering for that and kind of thinking ahead, like in winter, we're going to need, stuff to melt ice, and we're going to need rugs by the doors. We don't currently have them, and we need a mop bucket, and we need, coffee, and we need cleaning supplies and all of this kind of stuff. So I'm going to be in charge of all of that and taking care of those orders, and they still have to be approved by my boss and stuff like that, but those kinds of things. But also to kind of up the professionalism of everything. So to make sure that everything kind of going out and coming in is done as professionally as possible, and making sure that there's kind of a point of contact on some of that kind of stuff, that where things are being done very consistently and purposefully, and that, somebody's overseeing that kind of stuff. So I get to kind of take the charge on some of that, so that I have those responsibilities. So some of the stuff is totally in my wheelhouse and things that I'm used to. And then other parts of it, like the submittals, like, tracking people down and getting people to do their job, like that's very similar to teaching. However, the actual like submittals and what's on the submittals is so out of my wheelhouse that I'm like, I'm sorry, what are we talking about? And I go to some of the technical meetings and I'm just like, what? I don't know anything about what we're talking about. So thankfully my science and technical background helps me immensely in a lot of the language and stuff that's being talked about, but there's still so much that I don't know, especially on the construction side of things, that I'm just totally lost on. So once I get my PPE, like my steel-toed boots and stuff like that, like I'll be able to get more out on the construction site and like get a better handle on like what things are in real life. So I know my coworker tried to take me out on a tour the other day, but I didn't have like steel-toed boots or anything yet. So I couldn't, but I need to get like my hard hat and my little vest and everything. So eventually I will be out and like actually be able to see things a little bit more in person, instead of just in the office. So yeah, but I get to design a lot of my position, and it's very exciting, and it's super, super fun. I love my coworkers. It's really, really fun. I'm up super early in the morning because construction starts really early. Like those guys get there way earlier than I do, but it's fine. It's not like they need me at 6 a.m. or whatever, but yeah, they get there super, super early. So basically as early as I want to get to work, I can go in. But I usually get there around 7. I'll probably be there earlier this coming Monday. But yeah, there's a lot of like designing the position and kind of taking on things that I can and am willing to. I got to work on some reports that a coworker asked me to do, and I was like, yes, please, I'm all over data reports. Like I can do that. So it's a lot of kind of figuring out where strengths are and like what I can do and what I can help with and what I can bring that maybe they didn't know I could do. But also trying to learn what is already being done that I do need to take over, like authentically. I need to take this over and take this off of people's hands. And then other like little random projects that people have for me, like somebody wanted me to like make some things for them to have in their notebook, that they wanted laminated, and then they were talking about using a grease pencil, and I'm like, how about we get some vis-a-vis markers? And they were like, whiteboard markers? And I'm like, nope, a vis-a-vis. And then had to like explain the difference, and they were like, you're just a wealth of knowledge. And I'm like, well, teaching does that to you, like all sorts of stationery supplies and stuff. And oh my gosh, the guys have been so hilarious with like different pens and notebooks, and I'm like, don't worry, I got you. Like, I will not ever buy you guys crappy pens or crappy paper. Like, I completely understand. So that's really funny because like one of them asked for a particular type of ruler, and I was like, do you want plastic, do you want aluminum, like what is, I'm not sure about this particular type of ruler, and there's like so many options. Like, which one do you prefer? And he's like, oh, just plastic. And I was like, interesting, okay. Like, I totally would have bought him the metal one, but yeah, the pens and the paper and the notebooks has been a very big deal to them. So I'm like, I can appreciate that. Don't you worry. Like, I will not. So I had like 17 different types of pens and paper on my order, but my boss is making me go take inventory from one of our other places first before I can order office supplies. I was able to order all the cleaning and coffee bar supplies, but yeah, I'm really happy, you guys. I'm really excited that I made this transition, and like I said in my last video, if you have questions, let me know. I can try to answer them. But I do have some NDAs, so I can't tell you everything, but I can try, so ask away. But yeah, here's the end of my video. So I didn't even show you the like final spread. I'll show it to you next week. Bye.